Hello everyone, welcome to Analysistrends. This video is someone who wants to write the first code of their SQL, and this is more specific for any business analyst who want to work in SQL and upskill their knowledge. So in this video, we are going to learn about simple SQL query and get started with how to use a select star statement, how to identify the tables, what is the database and everything. So everyone can do SQL. It's not a rocket science, but to understand it, to write it, it will be more a better understanding thing that than more doing it like reading it. It's better to do practical. So watch my videos. Make sure you do along with me and you learn SQL on livesqloracle.com. So everyone log into livesql.oracle.com and sign up with your Gmail or other email account and then click on start coding. So once you click on start coding, you will be having a window where you'll be able to see the three menu icon where you got list of files there or folders or sections there. In that, you are currently under SQL worksheet where you can write your code. It's a workspace. It's a blank space for now, but you can write the code and the code output or the statement output would be appearing at the bottom. In the My session, you will able to see your previous written codes in this month or previous month whenever you are writing any codes. And the schema is where you will able to see the actual structure of databases that is pre-installed within this Oracle Live SQL, and that would be able to help you to write a SQL code and merge data and do a lot of analysis. In this video, we are going to work as a BA and try to understand the customer orders and consider that our company or our client, we are working for a client who's who's a e-commerce website developer or who's a e-commerce website market what you can say owner, where he is basically having a lot of customers coming on website and ordering products from it. So we want to understand that the customers, what kind of product the customer or the client sell from the database, and how can we identify what are the unique products, and how can we also identify what is the price of the product, and then look into that how this customers actually buy the product. So as a BA, we need to be very clear that we are here to write SQL as well in order to understand the data and fetch the data, fetch the information what we need. It's not about you're creating a database table, it's not about creating a data type. No, it's only about extracting data from the data warehouse or database using SQL codes. So in this video, this is very basic and first video we'll understand how to identify the tables from the schema, which is your database, and need to understand what kind of columns do we have in each table. Now when you right click and open the schema in a new tab, you'll able to see the schema here. The schema basically is under the schema again, which is a database structure here. When I minimize, it will minimize here. Under schema, you got academic as one table or one database. Sorry, whatever you see here is a database. It's a database. It's a complete database, and you'll able to see a lot of tables behind them. Now, let's say if I click on customer order, and you will able to see I got nearly 3 for the 12 15 tables. Out of 15, I'm only focusing on products for now. Now this database has 15 tables, and these tables are basically the information behind that database. Now in order to understand each table, we can have that in every session, but for now let us only focus on products. Now when I click on product, you will able to understand or you will able to see that all the information related to products are stored in this table. You'll be able to see the product name, product ID, the unit price, product details, product images, and others. So you got columns here. You can see the columns and you can see the data type of the columns, like what kind of column it is, like a string or number or integer or some other variable or some other type. Now, in order to understand or in order to look behind the data, this is what we can do. If you want to look at the data or if you want to look how the data looks like in real time, just click on the action at the top, click on the query. You will able to see that now you are redirected to the SQL worksheet where you will able to see a simple code is predefined written for you that actually is a live code where you can run that code in order to bring the output. So let me just try to run this code and see what kind of output I get. So the output I'm getting here is I got all the columns from that particular table which is under the customer orders database. Now, in order to understand what's happening within the code, I'll just tell you one simple format. You will have select at the very first line, then you will have the column names, then you have the from statement, then you have CO, then you have the products in the query, right? Now let us understand each of them and try to get more familiar with SQL. Select statement will actually do the same job of picking the right columns for you, and these column names are defined by the users. So we define the column names what we want to fetch. Now where do we want to fetch from? We want to fetch from the database. Again, in what database? We need to mention that the CO is a database name. So the CO is a database name. Then we also need to fetch the actual information from product table. So this is your table name, and what kind of information you want to fetch? This is what you need to fetch. So this is your output. The input is this. So if you want to understand the SQL, you need to make sure that you are selecting these columns as output from the database table name as input, right? In the same way, if you write a simple query, instead of writing columns name, I'll just write star, and I'll try to execute the whole query. Now select star from code or products. It'll give me the same return as an output because star or asterisk is similar to what we did earlier. The only difference between that is once you mention or once you enter asterisk and run the code, all the columns from this table will be appearing as an output. You need not to define any column if it is a star. So if it is a star or asterisk, it's like all columns or from the table. Okay, you can remember that. And if it is very specific that you want to only extract one or two columns from that table, then you need to mention them. Like, let's say if I want to mention product name, so I'll just type product name and I'll run the code. So the output of the query is just the product name. So that's it for now in this video. Stay connected because this is a very first video. We are going with a simple example. In the next video, we're going to cover the high level or more deeper understanding of SQL codes and how to use different tables and join them, how to do union, what kind of analysis as a BA can be done through SQL so that you can enhance your skills. So thanks for watching this video. Stay connected, and if you like, please share, subscribe, and thanks again. Bye.